Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. So I got my hands on an 80-gallon old air compressor tank. Now I'm going to show you how I converted this into an offset smoker. I hope you enjoy the video and please subscribe. I started off building the base out of 1x1 square tube. There's two reasons why I started here. One, get the air tank off the ground. The second reason, I wanted to paint the base before welding on the tank. I bought a new welder for this project. I got the Yes Welder MP200. It does flux core, MIG, TIG, stick, and also has a plasma cutter. Okay, for the bottom shelf, I'm using 3/4 inch expanded steel. I'm also going to use this for the racks for inside the smoker. On the air tank, I had to cut off the feet and the steel plate that held the electric motor. For the firebox, I'm using 3/16 steel plate. I ended up going 20 inches by 24 inches. The firebox is the only time I messed around with the stick welding process. For the most part, with my Yes Welder, I stuck with the flux core. Like I said, I made this 20 inches by 24 inches. I welded it up into a cube. Then I marked off and cut out my door opening and also for the vent. I leveled the tank, marked out all my cuts for my vent, my door, and the firebox. I used a plasma cutter to cut out the valves. There ended up being 7 of them that I needed to remove. Then I was able to use the plasma cutter again to cut the steel in order to patch the holes I made. This is the first time I used a plasma cutter. The holes are a little bit rough. It's a learning process and I got plenty of learning to do. This Bauer conditioning tool made removing the paint extremely easy. This is the opening for the smokestack. I'm welding the bottom plate to support the weight of the stack and the rest of the box. I made the hinges out of a piece of the 3/16 steel plate. I used the angle grinder to cut out the shape that I wanted, and I used a stainless steel rod to act as the pin for the hinges to swivel. I figured that since I'm painting the smoker, the stainless steel will look pretty sharp. The handle for the door I made out of 1/2" Schedule 40 and also a solid 1/2" rod. I bent it to shape, used my Kreg sawhorse to prop it up perfectly and made it level so I can weld it on. To frame out the door and the firebox door, I used 1/8" 1¼ flat bar. I ended up going with a 6" diameter smokestack, and I ended up going from the bottom plate 45 inches in height. With the stack in place, I can finish boxing out the vent. Here's a good shot of my new welding helmet. I didn't know I needed a new welding helmet until I tried this one. I picked up this 500-pound lift cart from Harbor Freight, and that was a lifesaver on this project. I forgot to hit the record button, so I missed recording welding the actual firebox to the tank. Making the racks, I use 3/4 by 3/4 angle iron, and like I said earlier, I use the 3/4 inch expanded steel for the grill grates. For the damper, I used 1/2" Schedule 40, a couple pieces of that. I used a 1/2" stainless steel rod. And for the top, I cut out of that 3/16 steel plate, I cut out a teardrop big enough to cover the top of the 6" diameter stack. I end up insulating the bottom of the firebox with fireproof insulation. It's a ceramic fiberglass insulation. And then I covered up the fiberglass insulation with some more of the 3/16 steel plate. I went with a kind of a V bottom to try and help with airflow. Alright, here's the smoker, pretty much all done. Only thing left is paint. On the bottom of the smoker, I have 2 drain holes, and I was able to go to Lowe's and get 2 buckets Really good price. I think they were about $6 each. Alright, this is my first smoker build, and I'm pretty happy how it turned out. I will say that I'm not sponsored by anybody, but there was a couple of key purchases that I made. First purchase was the Yes Welder MP200. Excellent welder. The other thing I bought was a Yes Welder Q800D welding helmet. From Harbor Freight I purchased the 500-pound lift cart and also a surface conditioning tool made by Bauer. Having these tools did make it a lot easier to get this project done. I'm going to try out the smoker. I got the beef short rib here, bone in. I coated it with 2 parts pepper, 1 part kosher salt. I'm running the smoker about 225 to 250. Okay, we're at 3 hours in right now. Well, it's looking good. Nice spark on there. At 170 degrees. I have some butter, onion powder, garlic powder. I'm going to wrap it meat side down and put it back in until it gets to about close to 200 degrees. Okay, I pulled it from the smoker at around 200 degrees. Let it rest for about a half hour. There you have it. Nice smoke ring. Can't wait to eat it. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. See you on the next video.